Robert Whittaker at one point in time was one of the most dominant middleweight fighters the division had seen. But he is currently 3-3 in his last 6 fights, and many fans, including myself, thinks the end could be near for the former champion. However, this Saturday, Robert Whittaker is going to make his debut at light heavyweight against the number 12th ranked Nikita Krylov. But if he loses this fight, I think there's a very good chance that we see him retire. Now, there's a lot of people disrespecting Robert Whittaker, saying that he has absolutely no chance to win this fight. But I think Robert Whittaker is going to do much better at light heavyweight than people think he is. And here's why. 1. Robert Whittaker is still a great fighter. His last fight was a controversial split decision with René de Ridder. Before that, he lost to Khamzat Chimaev, but can you blame him? It's Khamzat Chimaev. Before that, he cooked Ikram Alisekhrov, a 15-0 fighter who everyone thought was going to kill Rob. Before that, it was a win over Paulo Costa, who has been doing very well for himself lately. And when you look at his record as a whole, it's really not that bad. I could understand if he was on a Tony Ferguson type skid, but he's still competing with the best and giving them competitive fights. 2, I think the light heavyweight division is going to be a much better fit for Robert Whittaker. Rob's biggest problem recently has come from his opponents grappling him. If you watch the light heavyweight division, you know that most of them don't grapple. They like to stand up and bang, which is much more Robert Whittaker's style. But standing to trade with someone like Rob is an absolute nightmare. And with how explosive Robert Whittaker moves and how athletic he is, that could be a big problem for the people at light heavyweight who move very stiffly. This Saturday is going to be do or die for Robert Whittaker. But if he wins, he could easily call out a top-ranked opponent. And considering everything that he's done for the sport as a whole, with how popular of a fighter he is, with how loved he is, and with his newfound popularity boost from doing that show, Physical 100, where he went viral, there's a lot of new fans watching him now. I hope Robert Whittaker wins this week, because if he does, we could see him fighting the top level of competition in the light heavyweight division next. He's already fighting the number 12th rank. Now, I don't think Robert Whittaker has any intention of becoming light heavyweight champion. His current teammate, Carlos Ulberg, is actually the champion, and Robert Whittaker himself has said that he refuses to fight teammates. But what Robert Whittaker has said is that he wants to reignite his passion for the sport and finish his last few fights out on his own terms, ideally wrapping up his career with a retirement fight in Australia. And I would love to see him go out on top, winning some fights, because I would hate to see him go out on a huge slide, because I absolutely love Robert Whittaker. But what do you guys think? Do you think Robert Whittaker is going to do good in the light heavyweight division, or do you think him moving up in weight is like when other fighters move up in weight and it's kind of just the end of their career?